Hey, it's Michelle Brissell. I just wanted to talk to you after I gave my talk to these teenagers on stress reduction. And my goodness, you can see the pressure that these kids are feeling. They're putting, whether it's they're putting it on themselves because they want to get straight A's or they're afraid of failing. There may be an external piece from parents, but really it's this innate pressure that we as individuals can put on ourselves. And it's so interesting because that is something that I was experiencing last week as well. And so whatever your feeling state is, and I hope you've chosen a feeling state that you want to experience and amp up this year, what I know is that pressure will kill any good feeling state. And I think this is something that we can find ourselves getting trapped back into that loop. And I have done a lot of inner work not to put all this pressure on myself to work harder and harder. I've gone through that journey where I realized it does not do me any good. However, it's like it got triggered again. I don't know, there was something with the new year and got to get some things done. It shows up. And so again, it's not that we're never going to have these challenges again, but how do we want to address them when we're in them? And all I know is that when I was putting that external pressure on myself, I've got to get this done, I got to get that done, I set myself up those evenings to feel let down, that, questioning my capabilities, just hard on myself. And so I think it's putting the pieces together here, that pressure is always going to set the bar up just so high enough that you won't be able to reach it. And then you're going to measure yourself somehow as less than, and there is no way you're going to feel your expansive feeling that you've set your intention to feel. And so it's about being able to see these signals. For me, there was a signal of guilt, like, what's wrong with me? I should be able to work harder, focus more, blah, blah, blah. Seeing that guilt trigger come forward so I can understand the disempowered version, which is saying you should be able to meet that standard. You should work longer and harder, versus my own standard. What do I want my own standard to be? And my standard is, honestly, that I want to show up, I want to be of service, but not at the loss of myself, not at the loss of ourselves through exhaustion or pushing ourselves harder and harder. Like the reality is, we really aren't being that much more productive when we get to that point where we have to push anyways. And so what is the signal for you when you are pushing yourself too hard? Is it frustration? Is it guilt? Utilize that to be the alarm, to say, ding, 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 I am not in a place. The way where my thoughts are focused, where my energy is focused, is not working for me. That's why I'm experiencing this negative feeling. And then how can I use the empowered piece of it to guide me back to my truth? Now, at minimum, it's going to guide you to come back to, whoa, is how I'm operating right now guiding me to that feeling that I want to feel? And I promise you, coming back to that place of, like, for me, it was realizing, like, yeah, this old pattern is not going to get me to that inner place of self-confidence. It was actually tearing me down. Then if my intention is on that feeling, what are the things that I need to do to bring me back to that place of feeling that inner self-confidence where I'm honoring myself, loving myself? And so the empowered version is going to get you there, whatever you're experiencing. So I hope this supports you this week to see this pressure piece is going to flatline any emotional expansiveness. Use your negative emotions when you're experiencing that pressure to guide you back in what is going to bring you to a greater state of expansion. All right, I hope this serves you, and I'll be in touch soon. Take care.